The book we're talking about is, which is out of print now anyway, but it's called Mail Order Mysteries. I do highly recommend it if you can get a copy and stuff, and you'll see all the stuff in here. Most of 90% of the stuff here is mine. Like this is my original Frankenstein and Boney, and I explained to Kirk at the time. One of the tidbits I have to say about this is that if you look at the Boney, when you look at him, when you look at him in the ad over here, his arms are down. So they actually used this model kit, which was called the Modern Man and was sold in Famous Monsters of Filmland. But the actual Boney the skeleton is waving. It doesn't look like the one in the poster. There's a lot of people who know that. And over here, of course, you could see the glow-in-the-dark eyes, which now all the rare stuff in this book is mine. I'm the only one that probably has them, including the Polaris submarine, and here is my other two monsters in color. And the best part is I have the original boxes that came with it. If you guys could see it there. Also, in the center of this book is featured my most prominent item, which is the 7-foot monster ghost. This is actually, now the story with the ghost is when I first bought the ghost, I bought the Honor House version, and a week later, not even as soon as I put it together, the head popped. I had the Honor House, but the Honor House came with the Casper look-alike here. The only thing is that over here, if you guys see the Johnson Smith ghost in this side, doesn't have the body on the balloon. This one does have a body printed on the balloon, kind of. The Honor House one had, the body of Casper printed on the balloon and the head. So you actually had, the balloon looked like this, but anyway, it popped. And then I sent away for this one, and I still have the original that I sent for. I don't know how it survived so many years. And then later I was able to acquire the Johnson Smith one. So this are my original. So anytime you see on the internet a picture of either or, you'll notice they actually come from me, because I don't think anybody has one. I mean, how many people have a ghost that lasted 50 years? Especially to me, this is the best product ever. I'll give up my sub, I'll give up my monsters, but not my 7-foot ghost. And here, I also have my original Moon Monster. The Moon Monster kit with the photos and stuff. Now this Moon Monster here, this is an interesting one. This one here I've never seen anywhere, and very few people have ever seen it. And what happened was that this is the more traditional one that people know of. This was actually, the original company was located at 4806 Bergline Avenue in Union City, which is about a mile away from my house. And when I acquired, there was a person one time, a long time ago on eBay, and they said that this one here was from 1959. They had received it. Now, I thought it was a fake, because I said, how could it be if everybody knows this is the Moon Monster? So I ordered it. And somehow I won the auction, and I couldn't believe it actually it's original. I was shocked. I've never reproduced it, though. That's the only item I still haven't reproduced, which I might consider doing soon. I'm not sure. Because as you guys know, I'm always reproducing and bringing out. Here are my 7 gigantic dinosaurs. Now, when I got this dinosaur, if you know, I only had 3 balloons there, because I believe I only have 5 of the original 7. 2 of them popped, I think. But I do have another 2 with the stuff. And here's the Dracula cast. This is another famous item. I actually gifted one of these. I had 2 of them. And I sent it to my co-host, Mr. Joe Pavlansky. He deserved it. He needed this. He wanted it, so I made sure he got it. They do sell for a bit of money right now. I think, but anyway, the reason I'm showing the book is because I want to show you guys some of the exciting products in the book here. Here is my Gale House record and my Johnson Smith record that, Kirk took a very nice photograph of those. And here, if you can see this envelope here the robot plants. Now this robot plant here, if you guys notice, it looks a little bit like Frankenstein. So for whatever reason, I ordered them. Today I kind of regret it, and this is the original envelope, which I still have. And what happened was that there's a set of robot plants I've been looking for probably, 40 years now, which is the one that showed a little guy inside, and it was sold by the Melton Company. I ordered these over that because I thought the Frankenstein looked better. Now I kind of regret it because after 40 years I still can't find it. And here's my original bat. Now, I have the bat and I have the instructions. Unfortunately, there was a fire that I had in 1995 and I lost about, I would say, a good 40% of my collection. And in the fire, I lost the instructions that came with the original bat. Here's my imaginary, I have two of these. I have one in a carton and I have one that's actually open now, Vampire Blood. I paid for that I think it was 50 cents or 75 cents when I bought it, which is so funny. The whole thing I'm trying to say though is that overall, I also lost the instructions for the original Honor House Monster Ghost. But I was able to, the help of Ray Castillo. Now Ray Castillo has put dedicated a lot of his time into this book as well, because the stuff that's in here, the mask, they're all his. Everything else, of course, 90% of it is mine, but there is the stuff in here. Like here's my kryptonite rock, the mask, the latex topstone mask. I'm trying to get to a page that has them. Okay, this is Ray Castillo. Now Ray Castillo is a really nice friend of mine, and he was not only very helpful when I joined a forum called the Universal Monster Army and showing me how to use the forum, but he also has been very helpful in helping me in a lot of things. And one of the things he did is he helped me recreate the original instructions for the bat, because through memory, my memory, his memory, we were able to recreate it. And I thank him a lot. So Rafe, I'm sure you're going to listen to this, and I want to thank you, my friend, for being part of my life and being a friend. Just like I want to thank Joe Pavlansky, that's made our podcast now where we're at 3 seasons and we're 40 episodes into the 3rd season. And I got to throw my back to people like Dave Harversat from SS Adams. So together with him, I've been able to recreate a lot of the original stuff. And I got to thank more than anything, Chuck. Like I said, Chuck, David, and I have to thank Joe. He's always there. Todd Mitchin, who with the Sea Monkeys now, he's probably the CEO of the Sea Monkey Empire, and he's been phenomenal in helping me a lot. But anyway, I was bringing all this up here because this has all been part of. And most of the things I like about when I deal with mail order and stuff is that what made people excited about mail order was when, say for example, when you would read things like for the Polaris nuclear submarine and the 7-foot Frankenstein and 7-foot Ghost, you were able to imagine something that when you actually got was not what you wanted. But I think what I help recreate the most is the anticipation, the wait between point A and point B. And that wait let you imagine, because as you were waiting for the product to come, your imagination grew even more. And then when you got the product, you kind of knew you were ripped off, but I guess you're young and your tender mind or brain at the time doesn't really let you think that it won't happen again. And instead you go ahead and order another item and find out that you get ripped off again. But you know what? It was a time that was a little different from now, because it was more, the best way to say it, I think it was more like a warmth. A lot of people, I'm at loss for words here. I guess the best way to express this is that not only we reliving our childhood when we buy mail order items, or when we get things like this book, Mail Order Mysteries, and we see what things we wanted but we never ordered and stuff. And it's things like that really, really, bring us back to a time when I guess we can say we were safer than now and stuff, but we kind of looked at the world different. We looked at the world with childhood eyes, and we thought everything was more safe, more like it was a different world altogether. So I guess when we buy these novelties today, we come back into this type of environment and stuff like that. And one of the things that I speak with Chuck, and like I said, Chuck has been phenomenal. Chuck and Sherry has joined the force now, and they go around. They like doing these walks, cemetery walks he calls them. And for some reason it attracts a lot of people. Don't know why, but I mean, I like it. For some reason, I have this bizarre thing. I like walking through a cemetery, and I like to collect. It's just weird. I mean, it is what it is. I'm a Christian, though. I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm a monster inside. But I got to tell you, though, I've gained a lot of people and friends in the last couple in the last year or two, actually. And one of them has been also Mike Mesmer. Mike Mesmer, Jim Gray, which is one of my top friends there, and Charlie O'Brien. These people have always helped me with a lot of my stuff and to acquire a lot of stuff. And, you know, and one of the best things I could say also, like Mike Mesmer, he's a famous hypnotist. You can see him in Las Vegas, all over the country performing. He's been in my show about 7 times right now. And I also want to thank a lot for Sarah Karloff, which is, oh my gosh, I adore her. She's one of the nicest persons you can ever meet, and I consider her a very personal friend. And she's been on my podcast, I believe, twice already. But anyway, what I was saying about it, and also, of course, Kirk Demarais, which I'm trying to get on the show soon, but this is me in my Superman outfit. This is me as an adult, and right next to that, we have a Kirk here. And I like Kirk because, see, there's a picture there of Kirk and stuff. He wrote this book, and it was a phenomenal book. I think he did a marvelous, fabulous job.